guys, I'm a little bit nervous because this is the first sort of like one-to-one situation where I'm actually talking to the camera about certain things. This is quite a touchy subject for me, I guess. I've not wrote any plan or anything like that. I'm literally just going to talk about anxiety and about the struggles that I've been through throughout my life, and the reason why I've started YouTube, because I feel like it's a platform where I can express myself, where I meet like-minded people, and yeah, that's why I chose to do YouTube, just because I feel like sometimes in everyday society you can't really come across as well as you'd want to come across, and I feel like this will not only help me build up my confidence, but it'll help everyone else to understand why I am like the way I am, because there's a lot of misconceptions about me from people like from my high school and stuff like that, think that I'm like this and I'm not actually like that. So yeah, okay, so I'm gonna start off by taking you back to the point where I was about 13, so I must have been in year 9. I don't know what that is in America, by the way, but yeah, I've always been like a really, like, I know this is a bit weird because obviously I've managed to pick my confidence up and add this video to YouTube, but I've always been quite a introvert. I've always been within myself, within my own security, and put myself out of my comfort zone in a sense where it means I'm pushing myself to... Bye! Sorry, my dad's going out. And I think that's partly why my anxiety is built up, only because I'm an emotional person now, and I'm quite a sensitive person, but at the start I was quite, I'd keep my emotions in and I wouldn't tell anyone about it, and I just figured that that was the way of getting out of situations. But over time that obviously got worse, and that's where my anxiety sort of came from. I appeared fine, whereas inside I was actually burning up, and there was feelings from different like situations, like, and I was trying to almost look after myself when actually I needed help for those situations. So I've never really spoken out about issues to my family, and over time that's got a lot better for me. Like, I do, like, if there's an issue now at college or someone's bothering me, I'll talk to my mum and dad about it instantly, like, or I'll talk to my boyfriend about it, and I feel like a lot better about myself after that. Because one thing I would always say is don't ever let problems build up inside you, because in the end of it you'll feel a lot worse, you'll feel more emotionally drained, and that'll play on your mind for a long time, and it's not good, it's not healthy. The best thing to do is to either write everything down, which helped for me at the start, so writing all your emotions down, or just talking to someone that you trust. Like, I used to speak, my closest person to speak to was my auntie. I speak to her at the start more than I would to my mum, and that's not because my mum's a horrible person, that's because I just felt more open and more willing to speak to her, because I felt like because she was more of an outsider in the situation, she wouldn't have an opinion on it, so it was quite nice to just sort of offload to someone. But don't offload to someone that will get emotionally drained themselves and take on that emotion, because that's also something that I've got a problem with, is my problems, college stress, exam stress that I put on myself, pressures from the sports activities that I do, which didn't actually exist but I made them feel like they were there, anxieties about losing friends, my friends' anxiety is being put onto me, and me thinking, why can't I sort this out, why can't I help them? But now I feel it's still there, like it would be for any person. With exams, for instance, I'm crapping myself about my exams. I've redone the year because of my anxiety last year, because it was so severe, my anxiety last year. I let everything build up and I was so emotional, and I just lay in bed. I ate crap, I lay in bed, I didn't wash for a number of days, I didn't speak to anyone, I didn't have any friends because I didn't want to have any friends, and that was like summer last year. I might have met a few friends, but now I'm not really friends with them, and that's not their fault at all. It's just some things that happen in life. The only person that can sort themselves out is yourself. So, and that is something that I've also struggled with, is coming out and understanding, hang on a minute, I can't actually help this person. I can support them, but I can't actually help this person. They can only help themselves. And that's something that I've come to realise over time, and that's something that I've realised from the mistakes that I've made. Anxiety probably is, that is probably one of the reasons why I've got anxiety, because I never spoke about it. Another one is that a while ago, some people in my family didn't speak to me, my mum and my dad, and my sister, and that was like a conversation between the adults in the family. I blame myself for it. I thought that it was my fault for so many years, and that's partly what made me so anxious and so nervous about things, because I always used to blame myself and think that everything was my fault. And I know people here, just a quick one, I know that people watching this might think, she doesn't seem like this, she doesn't act like this, she seems perfectly fine, or she's attention seeking, things like that. Actually, you don't have to come across as anxious to have anxiety. This is really boring, but I just had to have it out. So yeah, I'm in a much better place now. I'm so happy with myself. Nothing's perfect, nothing's ever going to be perfect, and the things that have happened in the past I don't regret happening, because I wouldn't be the person I am today without those things happening. I'm not talking about my whole personal life because there's no point, because it's just too negative for me. I had a hard life, just some things have affected me more than they should have probably. People would handle them differently, but without those things I wouldn't be me, I wouldn't be Amber, I wouldn't be starting a YouTube channel. And I'm really grateful for everyone that supports me. I've changed myself, and I can see that clearly, that I've changed myself. My family have said that I've changed myself. My family have said how much better I look, how much more healthy I look. Sorry, my sister just came in. Where was I? Oh yeah. If you're watching this, Libby, I'm very grateful for everything that you've done. And Maisie, I'm also really grateful, and Mum and Dad. I am really grateful for those people. And actually, everyone that I am not friends with, I'm really grateful for you being in my life as well, because you taught me life lessons. You've only made me stronger. You've made me realise who I am as a person, because actually most of the time the reason why we're not friends is because we've figured out that we don't click. We don't have the same things in common. And that's not a bad thing. I don't regret being friends with you. I don't think that you're horrible people. But yeah, I'm really grateful for those people being in my life. This is quite a hard video for me, and I know it seems like I'm being like, woo, yeah, anxiety, you know, celebrate it, everything is great. I mean, anxiety can take a lot out of your life. I've missed plenty of opportunities, I've missed plenty of parties just because I feel like if I go there everyone's going to hate me. That's just a simple emotion that is felt often. If I go out if I'm invited to a party, I'm just going to think, oh my god, I'm going to see them and they hate me, so that means I'm going to tell everyone that they hate me. But this person probably doesn't even hate me. Some people, I don't want to sound horrible here, but some people do need to get over things, and some people do need to move on from mistakes that have happened, because we all know in every single friendship that I've had and every single friendship that you've had, things have happened and both of you have said the wrong things at the time. So both of you are responsible. It's never just one person's fault. It's never one person's fault. And yeah, I've felt horrible in the past because people have made me feel like it's all my fault, and that's probably one of the reasons why I always think it's my fault. Everything's my fault, because I'm so sensitive now to things happening around me that I feel like everything is my fault. I've got a lot better in this year, but still, if something happens and I'm a part of it, I feel like that is ultimately my problem and my issue that I must resolve on my own, because it's only me that's done it. I've had many misconceptions about me throughout high school. I was never badly treated in high school. I've never enjoyed high school, purely because I don't like GCSEs, I don't like exams, and I don't like uniform because I feel like it's a restriction of expressing yourself. For me personally, I like expressing myself through clothes, through nail varnish, through earrings, through my nose piercing, through makeup. I'm not wearing a lot now, but I didn't like high school. I didn't like how cliquey it was. I didn't like how high school is scary. It's really scary. And especially if you don't go in there. I mean, I moved in year 9, so I was obviously new, the new girl. You know, that's not always the best thing, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you have been the new girl or new guy. And you know that in high school, not everyone is nice. And also, in high school, people come across as not nice, and they're actually the nicest people you will ever meet. I've met a few people like that. And also people that come across as really nice and really welcoming, and the ones that you shouldn't trust. Everything, you have to meet these people in order to learn things in life. Everything is a life stage. And I'm really happy that all these things have happened to me. I'm happy that I've managed to suss out where I can resolve my anxiety, and I'm happy that I can speak to people that I truly trust. So anxiety for me is an issue that's always going to be there, and I'm always going to have anxiety about things, but with the help of my friends and with the help of myself and the way how I nurture myself now, you know, having things like a pamper day, doing a face mask, or going to the park and walking the dog are really healthy things to do for yourself. Things, just little things, can help you, and I wasn't helping myself at all, hence why my anxiety got so bad, hence why I had to go to a counsellor twice. So I just wanted to have this conversation because I wanted people to understand that yes, I might come across as this person and I might come across as that person, but I know who I am, myself, and I know what has happened in the past to myself, and people can interpret it however they want. I've got to the point now where my only priority is myself. And see myself in 20 years time, I would want to have a house, to have kids, to have one friend. I don't care about having multiple friends. I don't care about having this whole clique for the rest of my life. I'm not that kind of person, and I'm never ever going to criticize people that want to be that person. I'm never ever going to do that. But I found out what I like and what I want to do in life and what I want to achieve in life, and you can do exactly the same. All I'm saying is that anxiety is something that a lot of people don't know about. I don't know 100% about it. I'm not a doctor. Doctors don't know 100% about it. And it's more common these days because of how much pressure people my age have. How much pressure people my sister's age have. My generation and the generations to come are going to be pressured and pressured and pressured. And people have just got to start learning that this is our generation. Yeah, this talk has been a lot easier than I thought it would be. But I just want to know, like, how do people feel about anxiety maybe? Or did you like this video? I'm really loving the support that I'm getting on my YouTube, by the way. I've got over 2,000 views already, which I'm really happy with. I'm really grateful. I'm so blessed to have this support, and I hope that people still like my videos and still want to watch them. I'm sorry if this was a bit more of a deep video, but I just thought instead of just doing the same things every time, maybe you'd like to know a bit more about me if you haven't actually spoke to me in person. I'd love to see like your feedback, and I'd love to like hear what videos you'd want me to do in the future. But yeah, this was a little talk about anxiety. This was a little talk about me, and I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe this video, and I will see you next Wednesday. Bye. Hello.